Pakistan Murdabad, but that chant, Pakistan Murdabad, which is a normal one. Pakistan Murdabad means down, down Pakistan, or usually we say, Pakistan Murdabad, or Jai Hind, which means Hail India. So it's a normal tone, it's a normal chant, but this took an ugly turn, and this was made to look as if this was against Muslims. Okay, this was against Muslims. This is against Islam, and this is the problem with the Islamists, that they make you feel that anything against Islamists or anything against Pakistan is actually against Islam and Muslims.
नमस्ते, स्वागत है आपका इंडिया दिस वीक के नए एपिसोड में। मैं हूं आमना अंसारी खालिद बेग के साथ।
Hi, this is Khalid Beg and welcome to yet another episode of India This Week. We are thrilled to have Mr. Zahack Tanvir, who's joining us. Mr. Zahack Tanvir runs a prominent news organization called Milli Chronicle, which is a UK-based organization. He's an Indian who's based out of Saudi. He is the director, CEO of the organization, and he's one of the leading voices which counters Islamist extremism across the globe. So gives us great pleasure, Mr. Zahack Tanvir. Absolute pleasure to have you.
Welcome, Zahack ji.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Right. Zahack ji, in the wake of the, sad events which have transpired in the last few weeks, and since Milli Chronicle, has come up as a bulk walk, taking up, speaking against extremists and doing some excellent research, and it's a UK-based organization. Unfortunately, what has happened in a city called Leicester in UK, we'll just go through that, and then we'd get your expert comments on that. So as we understand, it's the heartland of the Hindu community in UK, having thrived there for more than 70 years. It has the second highest Hindu population in Europe. It hosts the largest Diwali celebration outside India, and has acted as a hub for the British Hindu community to live peacefully for decades. But along with that, Zahack, we've seen that it is a very multi-cultural, multi-ethnicity and multi-religious place. Like Christians form 32.4%, Muslims form 18.6%, and Hindus form 15.2%. And they've been living peacefully for all these decades. But we want to go through the chronology of events of what has happened, right? 28th August is when all this starts. There's an India-Pakistan match. There is a tension. There are Indian fans who are celebrating. There is a guy who comes and takes away the Indian flag, and assaults an Indian. That guy in reaction assaults back. That turns into a bit of an edgy situation where, actually, credit to the Indian fans, they go back and calm him down and say that you should not have done this. But then this is where the Islamist and Muslim extremists press in and start saying that we are going to take a revenge for this. Now we go to 4th September, another India-Pakistan match, and we see that this time it's Pakistan who's won. And that is where it turns ugly. It's the same day where Ganesh Chaturthi is taking place. And that's where the extremists and Islamists from the Muslim community start attacking the homes on such an auspicious occasion. And from there, it goes all downhill. On 5th September, though, the credit to the community elders from both Muslim and Hindu side asked for peace. And even though you could see the Hindu side does abide by it, but a mob of 200 from the Muslim side do not. And which sadly culminates in an attack on Hindu temple, which you yourself also tweeted about, Zahack, where you said that, you condemned it. You said Hindu temple, targeted by Islamists in UK in the presence of police. This is appalling, right? Now, the point I want to understand from you, Zahack, is that how do you see these chain of events?
Okay. Well, it's really difficult to conclude whose fault it is, but it's quite evident that who is actually instigating the violence. We have seen a couple of videos, and in fact, I was going through a video today on Twitter, and we have seen that masked Islamists are standing right in front of the Birmingham temple, and they are threatening, and they're using threatening tone. And as we have mentioned, that it all started on 28th August, and now it has taken an ugly dimension. I was reading a report, and I saw that a Sikh man was actually, he desecrated an Indian flag, and then some of the people, they got emotional, and they chanted Pakistan Murdabad. But that chant, Pakistan Murdabad, which is a normal one, Pakistan Murdabad means down, down Pakistan, or usually we say, Pakistan Murdabad, or Jai Hind, which means Hail India. So it's a normal tone, it's a normal chant, but this took an ugly turn, and this was made to look as if this was against Muslims. Okay, this was against Muslims. This is against Islam, and this is the problem with the Islamists, that they make you feel that anything against Islamists or anything against Pakistan is actually against Islam and Muslims. So this is how it started. And then we have seen some of the dubious and notorious characters like Majid Freeman. Okay, this guy, he got into the whole episode. And if you track his tweets, you can find that he was the one who was adding fuel to the fire. Okay, so I could see that on I believe you have also seen that on 30th August, he lied in a tweet that
Yes.
Quran was desecrated,
Yes,
in Leicester,
yes.
and he did not give any proof. He did not give any proof for that. And then on 8th September, he said that 30 plus Hindus attacked a Muslim boy. And in fact, he did not give any proof for that. And later the police investigation, they came up with a police investigation and they said that no such incident took place, right? And I believe on 12th September, he gave another shocking tweet. He said that a Muslim girl was about to be abducted by Hindu men from the school. And when Leicester police, they said that we are investigating this case, he tweeted that Leicester police confirmed this case. So he was the one, he is the notorious character. If you look at his history, you will find that Majid Freeman, he is associated with Muslim Brotherhood. He's a big time Muslim Brotherhood fan. He's a big time Muslim Brotherhood sympathizer. If you look at his tweets, you can find that during 2012 and 2013, he was supporting the Arab Spring. He was supporting Mursi. And in fact, I was going through his tweets. He is a big time supporter of Salman Auda. So what I feel about all this event, which is happening right now in Leicester, is that emotions are really high. And as usual, the Islamists are misusing the emotions, exploiting the emotions, and they're making it look as if Muslims are under attack and Muslims are getting attacked by the Hindus. An interesting thing here is they're highlighting BJP and RSS. If you have seen some of the videos, they're specifically mentioning BJP and RSS. So it means that it's all politically motivated. I believe, I'm not a BJP supporter and I'm not an RSS supporter, but still we need to speak with justice and fairness. And I believe that this is all politically motivated. And in the past in a few past few weeks, we have seen that India is going really good, right, in economy, and Indian foreign policy is really doing great. So these things are not actually going down the throat for some people, and obviously they're trying hard to sabotage this image.
Right. Zach, also wanted to understand from you, in one of your tweets, I mean, Majid Freeman is an ISIS supporter. He's an open Al-Qaeda supporter. So someone like you who globally deals with counterterrorism and the Islamist threat, you also spoke about two more dangerous figures called Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawa, right? Open thugs with Khawarija mentality. I want to understand from you, is it that the state of UK is also helpless against them, or they use them strategically? Because how can Mohammed Hijab, Ali Dawa, and Majid Freeman all get a free pass in the last 1 or 2 weeks when they're openly involved in open thuggery, intimidation, rumor mongering of such danger proportions? How do you see it?
See, this is the drawback of democracy. In fact, a lot of counterterrorism experts, they say that the democracies, they are very bad at dealing with the terrorists and the extremists because they have a lot of liabilities. They have to answer to a lot of people, and you'll be surprised and you'll be shocked to know that Muslim Brotherhood started from Egypt, okay? And it's no more in Egypt.
Okay.
It's actually, it's backed and financed from UK and US and Sweden and Norway, some of these countries, okay? So this is really surprising. Now you have mentioned about these two people, Ali Dawa and Muhammad Hijab.
Right.
Muhammad Hijab, he's so he's a big time thug.
Should apply to all people, Muslims and Hindus. This is the mic off him, man. Just put the mic down. Just put the mic down. No, man, put the mic down.
That I've seen some of his videos in which he is openly challenging the Jewish people. Okay, openly challenging Jewish people. He's calling for their death. He's calling for their blood, and the police is standing. And it's quite appalling that the police is standing and watching all this. And unfortunately, in the past too, that in UK, there were some extremist figures like Anjum Chowdhury, if you know him, Anjum
Yes.
Chowdhury,
Yes.
and Omar Bakri from Al Muhajirun. And in fact, the Saudi dissident, Al Masari, he openly supports PFI, India's PFI, the Hamas model PFI. And this Masari has taken safe haven in UK. Yeah, and I remember, you know, ex-UK intelligence officer John Coleman, he once claimed that UK purposefully does this. I respect the UK government. I respect the UK government. I respect the royal family, UK royal family. It's another thing, but you know, UK purposefully gives refuge to all these MB type people, MB attitude people. And I heard from you know, John Coleman, that he said that they do it on purpose to keep the UK allies in check. To keep them in check.
Oh, right.
So an interesting thing here is the people like Ali Dawa, the people like Muhammad Hijab, the people like Omar Bakri, Anjum Chowdhury, these guys, they call democracy as taghut. You know what taghut means? Taghut means the false god. They call the democracies as taghut, but at the same time, they enjoy the benefits of democracy. So I don't know. I believe even the UK government is helpless because they want to show themselves as the champions of democracy, but at the same time, it's difficult for them to deal with such people. And you have also seen a similar case in India. You know, Muhammad Zubair.
Right.
Muhammad Zubair, what he did, I mean, he instigated something really bad, and people were beheaded because of his tweets. He trimmed the tweets and he posted on Twitter, and then it all got all around the globe, and people got killed because of his tweets. And he came out of the jail within 23 days, and now he's shamelessly tweeting. So this is something really, you know, sad, really unfortunate.
Another question I have, Zahack, is that if you look at Majid Freeman, I mean, now this is his past, right? And of course, I'm expecting a counterterrorism expert like you to know that, right? But one is expecting even journalists to do a basic fact check. How the hell is this guy getting quoted in India's mainstream media? The Indian Express, The Wire, The Print, our Hindu hater Rana Ayub amplifies him. Is this lazy journalism, or is this something more sinister?
No, this is not lazy journalism. It's all based on convenience. You know, the left wing, to be honest, let me be very honest with you, the left wing and the Islamists, they go hand in hand, because the attitude of the left wing is anti-state, and at the same time, the attitude of the Khawarij or the Islamists is also anti-state. They go against the state. So this attitude makes them come to the common platform. You know, Islamists, they believe in Islam supremacy. They believe that Islam has come to supersede everyone. They believe that Islam has come to dominate, right? Left wing, they don't believe. The communists, they don't believe in Islam at all. They don't believe in any religion. But how come they collaborate? How come they understand each other and they work with each other? They work in tandem with each other. So this is the problem. So this is not about lazy journalism. I believe this is all about meanness. This is all about, you know, in Urdu what you call as coming upon. This is all about attacking the state and making anarchy and creating instability. This is all about that.
Right. So in that case, Zahack wanted to understand what is the chance moderates like Sheikh Abdullah Haq Turkmen, from Leicester Al Furqan Mosque, who made an incredible plea and spoke about staying in your homes, do not call for rallies. It is upon fathers and mothers to advise their children from going out, and that was an incredible plea, rightly made. So, is that? Do you understand from your sources? Is that making an impact, or are the Islamists overrunning that?
No. It makes an impact.
All right.
It makes an impact. Not only Abdullah Turkmani, I know certain people in UK, like for example, Abu Khadija, and there is another person called as Abu Hafsa. So these people have been doing some really good work, and they have, they have supported and they have stopped a lot of youth getting into radical circles. And during 2013 and 2014, I think when ISIS was on the rise and people were, especially from UK and France and Germany, the new converts and the Islamists were traveling all the way to Turkey, and from Turkey, they were traveling to Syria. At that time, these people, especially Majid Furqan and Abu Khadija, these people played a vital role in stopping the Muslim youth from getting radicalized. So, but unfortunately, these voices are few. These voices are few, and we need to amplify these voices. And another sad part is that these people, especially like Sheikh Abdullah Turkmenani and Abu Khadija, and another guy called as Abu Taymiyyah Jilani. Abu Taymiyyah Jilani. He's the one who actually tweeted that. So these people, they don't want to get into political debates and discussions. I wish if they come into political circles, they can guide a lot of people.
All right. So what do you think, Zahack? Is the situation in control in Leicester now? Is things going to like get better, or it's more on the edge right now?
Unfortunately, the radicalization is too high in the West.
Okay.
Yes, radicalization is too high in the West, and I believe the community leaders have to really work hard to control this radicalization. I mean, we have seen youth, we have seen certain groups of Islamists who don't listen to anyone. Okay, so it's upon the community leaders, and I believe that the UK government has to become tough upon these people. They should not be doing any compromises, and they should be dealing with them with an iron fist. And at the same time, what we can do, and in fact, I'm trying to host a Twitter space tonight with Hindu thinker Suresh Rajpuraji from UK, and also Muhammad Abbasi from Association of British Muslims. I'm trying to collaborate with them and to get them on one platform so that they can talk to each other. Perhaps they can do something really beneficial on the ground in future.
Sure. We hope that peace prevails and the the tensions subside and the Islamists don't get the way and play the anarchy sport which they love a lot, along with their
And I believe that the only thing that can unite the Hindus and the Muslims right now in Britain is the British nationality and the British interest, because religion plays dividing role. I mean, religion should be the private affair, but unfortunately, religion has become the public affair. And when religion becomes the priority, then people will get divided. So I believe the community leaders and the Muslim and the Hindu leaders should unite the Hindus and the Muslims on the British interest.